Bad Pop Song is recorded specifically on the native territory of the Mia Mia, who were one of the Great Lakes tribes. Much of present-day southwest Ohio sits on the native land of the Fort Ancient people, who were builders of the Great Serpent Mound located in what is now Adams County.
The city, now known as Cincinnati, was built on the land of the Shawnee, the Mia Mia, the Kaskaskia, the Hopewell, and the Adena. Please visit nativeland.ca to find out whose land you reside on. That's native-land.ca.
All right, we're gonna try to keep Dan in the frame this time. No, anyway, hi kids, welcome to another episode of Bad Pop Song, the show where we take you on a magic carpet ride through my wondrous candy carnival-like universe of musical cringe, films, film discussion, critique, and all things Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Here with you is your co-host Daniel.
Hi, I'm Dan, and that's Bo. You should go over to badpopsong.com. Go check out all the other episodes that we've done here. See some more of Bo and read some of his articles about other films. And just bask in the glow that is Bo.
Wow. The glow that is Bo.
badpopsong.com. Go check it out.
Please. And if you are watching us on YouTube, please like and subscribe. So
hit those little buttons down there. All of them.
So are you okay if we just keep talking about TIFF?
Yeah.
TIFF 50.
It's a big thing.
50 years of Toronto International Film Festival. Yes. So, yes, I dropped my top 6. Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, It Was Just an Accident, Dinner with Friends, A Private Life, The Christophers, and my 2 Midnight Madness picks, Obsession and Dust Bunny. Which would you like to discuss first?
Oh, bye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's start where you started your adventure. Let's hear about your favoritist film.
My favoritist?
Yeah, the one the first one you saw that knocked your socks off.
Yes, that continues the tradition of the first movie.
So this was not your favorite though. This just sat with you for the longest.
Well, no, I would say all of these that I mentioned in the first episode, I love them equally.
Oh, okay. Yes. We'll find out when we get some ratings going.
But yeah, again, this carried on tradition of like the first film at TIFF, just absolutely, just
blowing me away.
Like just a typhoon just clobbered me. Like, yeah, okay. So we're gonna talk Sentimental Value.
Yeah, sure.
I'm happy to do that. Norwegian. Yeah, I mean, geez, if you want like the Norwegian title, it's like FX Johns Verdi, you know. So, it is directed by Joachim Trier, and he's very famous for quite a few things. Most notably, Worst Person in the World. One of the stars of Sentimental Value, Renate Reinsve. She is also in Worst Person in the World.
Okay.
And she got the show is also like very critically acclaimed, and her performance in it is also very critically acclaimed, and she is definitely becoming a star. So she was also in a movie that we discussed at one of our Sundance episodes.
Okay.
That I did virtually when I did Sundance virtually 1 or 2 years back, Dealing with the Undead, which was like this Norwegian horror film where there's like this event, some sort of electrical current or something like hits the earth, and then the dead just start coming out of the ground, and they find them,
they do,
and they find themselves, they just go to their loved ones, to the homes of their loved ones, because that's all they know, and they're not like malevolent or anything, they're just lost, you know, and then
suddenly alive.
So all they know how to do is just go back to where what they knew. And it's a really sad film, because you know because they're still like decaying, and it's just really
they're dead.
It's just really sad.
You're just watching them in the afterlife.
But they're just hanging out like with their you know, with their respective loved ones, and it's just very, very sad. But you know, but like takes the horror genre and just turns it on its head, kind of, you know. So anyway, yeah. So that's another Renate Reinsve film that we've discussed. And anyway, so Sentimental Value. Where do you want me to start?
What's it generally about?
So Stellan Skarsgård, very famous, of course, plays a very world-renowned director. He is going to sort of have his retrospective, and he comes back to where his daughters live, because there was the death of their mother, and they have been divorced for years, so and of course the daughters are a bit estranged from him, because being this very famous director, he was also like this absent father. So he comes back and all of a sudden has like this script for the older daughter, and who's played by Nora, and Nora herself is an actor. Yeah, but she does this very she does this dark sort of surreal stage kind of productions. Like the opening scene is you know that it's a classical piece. It was made famous it was probably made more famous when it was in The Shining, you know, that bomb 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 bomb. Anyway, yeah, she uses that kind of, you know, score for her stuff, and it is just very dark, and she's, you know, she's just very angsty on stage, but it is very sort of performance art, like, you know. So her dad comes into town, and you know, and he's like, "Here, I have a script. I want you to be in it." And he's like, "I think this would be good for you, because I don't get what you're doing right now." And she's like, "Well, you don't need to have an opinion about what I'm doing, because you were never around anyway."
Right.
So, which is precisely why I'm not even going to read your script. I'm not going to be in your movie. So, so Agnes, the younger sister, she's chosen more of like a stable, traditional life. You know, she has a husband, she has a child, you know, but still very tight with her older sister.
Right.
And the opening also too, in some of the earlier scenes in the film, like, you know how sometimes a house tells a story, a house like narrates, you know, the house that the girls grew up in is this very beautiful, you know, multi-level, you know, family home, and it is something out of it just looks so epic. It's such a beautiful big house, and you know, she their mother was a therapist, so there's flashback scenes with the little girls, and there's like this fireplace on the like level or two up, and then they could always hear her mother's sessions with her patients like through the fireplace. But also they throughout the house they could also hear their parents fighting all the time. So of course they, you know, they had a very you know, their upbringing wasn't the best, because you know, parents were fighting a lot, and of course dad eventually leaves. So yeah, but the beauty of the house. There's so much history in the house, like the the paternal his mother lived there, and so forth, and she had somewhat of a tragic a tragic life, which also affected his childhood. So I guess that's kind of the reason why he wasn't a great dad himself. So, but anyway, and of course the film does a beautiful job at exploring all of that. And one of the things that I absolutely loved about the film is on 2 occasions we get two like mini films within the film,
right?
And it's so cool. And of course he's kind of doing one of these inside the actor's studio kind of a thing, where he's just because everybody's just gushing over him and his career, and the guy like interviewing him, like they show a clip of one of his movies, and it's like this Holocaust movie, and it's like these 2 children, and they're like, you don't know what's going on when the scene starts. You just see like these 2 kids running. You think like it's another flashback of the little girl when the daughters were girls. But then you realize it's like this young girl and this young boy, and they're racing for a train because these Nazi soldiers are after them.
Oh, okay.
And then the girl makes the train, and the boy gets caught. And so the girl is like standing there as the train's leaving. She's standing there. She's sitting next to a woman in the car of the train, and the woman tells her to like sit down. You can't bring attention to yourself right now. And then it just zooms in on her face, and that's like one of his movies. And so obviously this movie is one of the movies that like contributed to making him so world renowned, you know? But it's weird. What blew me away is that this mini movie within the movie was so elaborately made. You know what I'm saying? It's like they wanted you to feel something watching it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like normally they wouldn't have to do that. Like maybe they just if they, instead of like that actual mini movie, then they probably just show like this quick clip or something, you know. But no, they made this very elaborate like mini movie for this, and it really just it I don't know, it felt like a first for me. Like I don't think I've ever seen that done before. So you immediately they show you very elaborately why this guy is such a great director. It's like they're trying to prove the point, like if this guy's not overrated. This guy is a great film.
He's accomplished things,
which I think contributes to the point why he was such a crap dad, because he was such a great filmmaker. And then
his concentration was elsewhere. Yeah.
And then you later come to find out that his youngest daughter, who is Agnes, who I told you about, who got married and has a kid, has the more traditional life.
Yeah,
she's the little girl on the train. So you're like, whoa. No, there's just so much. There's so much in this film. It's almost like it's too much. Like it's just there's so much to unpack. There's so much, and so I haven't even gotten to some of the more like essential points of the film. The film also starred not just Stellan Skarsgård and Renate Reinsve. Elle Fanning is in it. Very very famous. The Fanning sisters. You know, Elle Fanning plays the female actor that he ends up picking in place of his daughter. Because his daughter won't do it.
Right.
And the arc of her character is also very, very well done in the film. Yeah. Because, and you know, I'm spoiling a lot of the film, but
that's fine.
Yeah, which is fine.
Sometimes you have to in order to really sell it.
So, of course, she's very up and coming. I think that she's one of these young actors. The character that she's playing, this character is like one of these young actors who's very famous for something that's very like teen diary-esque and superficial,
banal.
But she's looking for these more serious kind of roles, and here she has this opportunity, and she very much like idolizes this director, the Stellan
Mm.
Skarsgård character. But what's so beautiful about her arc is that like she eventually she it's a slow process, but you see she starts to realize she's not a good fit for this role. It's like you start, you know, because she nails like the table read,
Mm-hmm.
but she still is, but she doesn't know, she's not so far into it to like really feel what the film was about. And the more she, you know, and then like once she starts like changing her hair, like dyeing her hair and cutting it and everything, she realizes this is not for me. This isn't my role. It's
it
like
was not written for. It was written for somebody else.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and that's sort of the beauty of it, because you see her professionalism. You see her, and she is clearly the character. She's not a bad actor.
Yeah,
but she's realizing though that this part was not for me. And I think that's another thing that's so beautiful about them. Again, this film is so layered. There's just so much in it. It's just,
it's like an onion.
I mean, it gets to the point where she meets up with the daughter. You know, she meets up with Nora and is like, "This is for you. He wrote this for you." And she's like, "I can't do this because I don't know how to be in the same room with him." Like, you know, and so that's just a few of the many like mind-blowing beautiful things about this film. Kevin and I both love this movie. Like Kevin was, of course Kevin was lucky enough to catch Hamnet, but he was hoping to catch another screening of this. He so badly wanted to see this again, and he could not score a public ticket either. So it's just the industry people have we have a tougher time scoring public tickets than the critics get like public tickets immediately, and they go to the box office, and as soon as they get their pass, they get 10 movies and they pick whatever they want. Us industry peons, I mean, we get that, but everything's same day with us. Yeah, we can't get them in advance.
You have to work.
It's like, yeah, we get the free tickets, but they're and we also get free rush. So like you know, we get first dibs in the rush line. You know, like after all the tickets are sold and whatever's left over.
Right.
Yeah, like we get first priority over, you know, the regular ticket buyers, you know, whatever.
The common rabble.
So yeah, so it's all same day. So we score same day public tickets or same day rush, but which is great because again I was able to score 2, and I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain about that. But anyway, I mean, yeah, I feel like before I go on, is there something you want to?
I mean, you've thrown so much at me, and from what it sounds like, there's a lot more to this film, even beyond just the few plot points you've discussed.
Well, there's craft in it too.
Yeah,
there's actual craft, because when the Elle Fanning character, when he's introducing her to this part, and he's blocking everything, he's actually filming it in that house, you know, where his girls grew up, and which is a little twisted too, because you're like, clearly you're trying to work something out. If you're gonna film it in this house, you know, and you know, because his mother died in that house and so forth, and it's just like so yeah, there's all this like filmmaking type stuff in it too. So you're seeing the director and his process,
right,
and which I think is just amazing. And there's this whole kind of genealogy thing to it. The younger daughter, Agnes, is trying to learn more about her paternal grandmother,
Mm.
you know, the one that killed herself in that house, you
Right.
know, and so yeah, there's lots of there's so much in it. There's so much in it. And so you now Agnes, her character, like you feel like you're not getting enough of her
Mm-hmm.
until you do. And so Agnes has a son. She has a little boy, and he wants the director, the Stellan Skarsgård character, he wants to cast Agnes's son in his film.
Of course.
And this is when you see her issues with her dad, because at first you only see like Nora's, you know, her sort of hostility toward it, and and then you initially think, okay, Agnes probably doesn't hold as much of a grudge, until he asks her son to be in the film, and she's like, wait a minute, she's like, I was in your movie when I was a kid, and I loved it, and it was the best time in my life because I was doing something with you, my father. And then you just disappeared. And now you come back and you want my son to be in your movie? And it seems like I'm welling up with tears right now. Just think, it's such a powerful scene. Like it's like you just didn't see it coming. It's like, because she's kind of the level-headed one throughout the film, and not that her reaction wasn't level-headed. I mean, you know what I mean? But to see her like kind of show that anger, you know, it's like, oh my God, she does have some resentment toward her dad, because he did, you know, he put her in this movie and gave her all this attention, and then he just left her.
Yeah.
He just went off, and it was such a powerful scene. And unless you don't want me to, I'm just gonna give away the rest of the movie.
Fast forward to 5 minutes from now.
So thank you, Dan. So basically, she convinces, and you know what, I'm leaving a lot of stuff out for the viewers. Okay, so because I want everyone to see this film, to be as like moved and just knocked, you know, just have your socks knocked off, you know, just seeing it. But the younger sister reads the script, and she's very moved by it, and she feels very much like it is meant for her older sister.
Right.
And she definitely feels like there is some healing in this. Like, he is trying to do something there. He is trying to make some kind of amends in this. So at this point, the Elle Fanning character drops out because she realizes, I'm not the person you want for this movie.
Right.
And so the younger daughter finally, Agnes approaches Nora and says, please read this. This is about you. And this is stuff in here that he knows about. And I don't even know how he knows. Because they both were like, because he wasn't there, but somehow he knows about this stuff. So you need to read this. And so she reads it. And then it kind of, and then it seems, you know, you kind of feel like she's, after she reads it, she is very moved, and you feel like she might decide to take the part. And then it like cuts away, and then the next scene is the movie. And she's there with her nephew who's cast in the film, and you know who was actually playing her son. And she's, but see, and then and throughout the film you see the relationship between the aunt and the nephew. They're very close.
Yeah.
She's very doting of him. So the reason why you know that this is the film you're watching is because she's very withdrawn. And she's like chopping his carrots or whatever for his lunch, and he's getting ready for school, and she's just like very withdrawn, and she's like, so that's how you know, because throughout the film she's not like that with him. Yeah, she's very like happy and just like, oh my god, I love you and all that stuff. But you see how withdrawn she was, and you're like, oh my god, this is the movie. This is the movie. This is the two of them. They're like, this is the movie. And this goes back to like some of the filmmaking stuff in it. Like when Stellan Skarsgård is showing Elle Fanning, he's like, okay, this is going to be one continuous shot between this and then the bedroom when she closes the door. He's like, that is one continuous shot. And Elle Fanning is like, that's gonna be one continuous shot. So fast forward to the ending, and when I realize I'm watching the movie, I look at Kevin, I said, it's going to be one continuous shot. And it is. It is. It's just one continuous shot. And so they do the one continuous shot, and they finish the scene, and it was like, it's a cut, it's a wrap. And then you see her there, and you see Stellan Skarsgård. And you can tell that some healing is happening. And you can they're not quite like, it's not like they run to hug each other or anything like that,
right?
But you can tell there's some healing there.
They're open to listening to each other now.
She's still, and of course they didn't film it in that house, which would have been really sick and fucked up and weird, twisted. Yeah. But they actually have a set, you know. So she's still standing there on set, and he's standing there in front of the camera, and he like approaches her, and they only get so close, but they're at least like smiling at each other, and you can tell both of them. It's difficult, but again, there's obvious healing. I mean, she decides to do the film, and then and of course the other daughter allows her son to be in it too. So it's like, so you see what I'm saying? Why this is such a multi-layered movie, and I want to see it again. I want to see it like 10 times. It's just such a beautiful film, and I want to take like every person I know to see this fucking movie. Like, it's just
wonderful.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's just in the festival circuit at the moment.
It is in the festival. Yeah, it is running the festival circuit.
Yeah. So it has figured out in kind of a worldwide distribution.
Well, Neon bought it in Neon bought it a while back.
Okay.
And so it played Cannes, and then Mubi acquired the rights to it. And then they had like this open premiere at the Sarajevo Film Festival in August, and of course it had already played it had played in Cannes even before that. I think it played in Cannes like the year before.
Jeez.
And then it played the Toronto Film Festival, and it is set to be released in the US on Neon is going to release it on November 7th of 2025.
Wow. So it's coming up soon.
Yeah. It already had distribution, I think, early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, Neon bought the distribution rights back in 2024, I believe. Yeah.
Probably after seeing it for the first time.
Yeah. So I can't wait for it to hit theaters, and I'm taking every single human being I know to see it.
Just rent out the theater.
It's just so fun because again, you see filmmaking process in it, and then you see all this stage stuff in it because she's a stage actor,
right?
So and so there's all that, and you see all the people that see like the makeup and the costume people, and she has like some kind of anxiety, and so like there's that first scene in the film where they're playing that bomb, and she's about to go on stage and like start screaming, and she's like all in black, and it's I don't know, it is very like dark and Elizabethan or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the right period I'm trying to nail there, but
just morbid Yoko Ono.
Kind of, yeah. It is. It is very artsy kind of, you know. It's very like performance type stuff. Like, but yeah, she like has like this anxiety, and then the actor that's in it, that co-stars in the stage play with her, she's like, they obviously they have a thing. They have like they have a you know, they're hitting it,
a relationship of some
yes
kind, yeah.
yes. And she at first, like before she goes, like, he's like, you have to go on stage, like you have to be on stage within seconds. And she's like, so she's like, so she almost initiates like sex, and he's like, no, we can't do this now. She goes, okay, that doesn't work. She says, okay, hit me. And he's like, what? You want me to hit you? And she's like, yeah, just hit me. And so like when she least expects it, he like hits her in the face, and then she's fine. And then she's ready, and she goes out on stage. And well, even like before that though, she starts like pulling her gown apart. And so you have all these tech people and costume people like duct taping it back together, and the costume designer's like, don't tear it, you know. And she's just completely having like this freak out. So it's like, so again, there's so much in this movie. It's it's
a feast.
It is a feast. It is a huge feast, and I can't say it enough. It's like I can't wait for it to. I can't wait for it to get its national release. Because I'm gonna run out and see it a million times. I will say something about this trip, about this TIFF. This is the first time where I have seen a group of films that I feel like, you know how there's those movies where I can just watch over and over again and be just absolutely fine with it, never get sick of it. I saw like 5 of these types of movies at TIFF this year.
Jeez.
Very dialogue, very, you know, just very bow, you know, just, yeah, I saw like a handful of movies at TIFF that I feel like, oh, you know what? I think once they're like streaming or like just readily available on movie channels and stuff, this is something I could watch just over and over again. But anyway, so yeah, there you have it.
So give this bad boy a rating. What? How many stars?
5.
I kind of figured.
God, I'd give it 10 if I could. Yeah.
And I'm guessing that if I know you're going to play it at your own theoretical film festival.
Yes.
I'm guessing that you're going to put this at prime time.
This is a prime time.
Yeah, because it's one of your faves. Yeah. So
this is one of these movies where, okay, you know, I always talk about movies that are very audience appealing, and there's so many audience appealing films that I think are so overrated, and I think, yeah, I mean, no, they're not bad, but they're just overrated. They're just like very, again, they're just audience appealing. Yeah, this movie, in my opinion, is the correct, proper way to do audience appealing. Like, because this movie, it's very moving, it's very touching, you know, it's about family dynamics and communication. And then again, if you're a film lover and a you know, I think there's so much in it. I think there's so much film geek stuff in it too that I think you would enjoy. So this is to me, this is an example of how audience appeal movies can be done correctly, can be done well, without it being hokey or kitschy or silly.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just a goofy film to appeal to everybody. You can make a smart film.
And of course, I'm hoping it gets lots of awards love. I really, really do. It already won the Grand Prix at the Cannes Film Festival, which is a very big deal.
Okay.
So the Cannes is that's so multi-layered. Like Cannes just overwhelms me. I would love to attend Cannes. Like I don't even know how I would even navigate the Cannes Film Festival. Right. Yeah. But you know what? I always wondered how I would navigate Toronto. Like going to the Toronto Film Festival for the first time, This was my 10th one, by the way.
Wow.
Well, and that includes the 2 times I did it virtually. But yeah, this was my 10th TIFF. So yeah, doing it for the first time, I like going back to that, I kept thinking, well, even then I was just like, there's no way I would ever go to something like that. And then I got the opportunity to go, and then I just kept getting the opportunity to just keep going and going every year. And so never in a million years, 10 or so years ago, did I ever imagine that I could even navigate something as huge and as large scale as the Toronto International Film Festival. But I've done it now 10 times, and it's just I go there and it's like I got the routine down. It's just yeah.
It would be a whole new experience at Cannes. I mean, not only you have a language barrier, it's French, but just a whole new city, probably new rules or different methods of getting to shows and stuff.
Absolutely.
But it would be interesting to do one time.
Yeah,
I would love to see the photos posted about your experience at a con.
Yeah, I haven't even posted anything. I haven't posted much from TIFF yet. I posted a few things, but I haven't even.
That was the only reason why I knew that you were in Toronto. I was like, oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I've said everything I need to say, unless you have any other additional. Yeah, you already asked me the film festival question.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe we've covered everything. This is a high recommend from Bo. Go see it as soon as it shows up at your local theaters or cable or wherever it is. But
yeah, I have a feeling it's probably going to hit the art house stuff, the art house theaters first when it drops in November. So, but yeah,
go see it, or else Bo's going to hunt you down and tape your eyes open, a la Clockwork Orange, make you watch it.
Yeah, I was right. It won. It won in May of this year at the Cannes. It won the Grand Prix. The big awards are the Grand Prix and the Palme d'Or. So it won the Grand Prix, and then the Iranian film that I was just talking about, that won the Palme d'Or.
That we'll talk soon.
Yes. So yeah, that's that. It was a very, very big runner-up for the Toronto International Film Festival. Its audience award. It came pretty close to winning. Like I think if I think maybe if just like a few votes here, it probably would have
tipped it over.
It would have tipped it over and taken away from Hamnet. But Hamnet was huge, and Hamnet is also I can't wait to see it. I know it's just going to absolutely break my heart.
Coming to a bad pop song near you.
So
all right, well, let's wrap up this episode and then we'll move on to another film. Keep looking out for that. So thanks for watching this episode of Bad Pop Song. Remember to check out the website badpopsong.com. Has everything Bo on there, including more episodes of this and other things that we talk about and clips and things. Whatever, it's up there. Go check it out. It's a grand time.
All things Bo.
Yes, and be sure to like and subscribe to Bad Pop Song on YouTube. If you're there, go hit those buttons down there,
please.
Yeah. Tune in next time when Bo continues to invite us into his magical, wondrous bubblegum world of all things media and music and stuff that makes you cringe.
Well said.
Till then, I'm Dan.
I'm Bo.
Have fun.
Stay groovy. Ooh.